I went to the Philippines in July and it was a crazy trip. That's what I want to tell you about. This was my first time traveling that far. I've been to Mexico. That's not too far. Going halfway, literally halfway around the world to the Philippines was a huge adventure for me. But I did come back with the international crown. Thank you, thank you. I am so honored that I am an international title holder and I have a crazy year ahead of me and I'm so excited for it and I'm so ready for it and I will keep you all posted. I just made my first appearance tonight. So I went to the Raleigh-Durham Fashion Week and it was filled with fashion. I had to put on my little dress. I still got my wristband on. And as you see, things look a little different right now. I'm in my living room on my comfy couch. Since it's been a while, I said, let me invite my stars into my living room, onto my couch with me, because we need to get cozy and talk about this international trip that I just had. So let's rewind. This was supposed to be a 24-hour journey. 24 hours. It changed from 24 hours to 50 hours because I got delayed. So I woke up early in the morning and I went to Raleigh-Durham Airport. I got there at 6:30. And when I got there, everything was fine. And my flight was on time. And I met up with Nancy because we live right up the street from each other. So we said, why not take this crazy trip together? So everything was fine flying out of Raleigh and we flew into Detroit. It was like an hour-and-a-half flight. No big deal. Once I got to Detroit, that's where things started to get a little sticky. We were waiting for our connection flight and hold on, I think I have something in the oven. I'm back. I had to check on some food that I have in the oven. I am starving. Where was I? Detroit, yes. So we're in Detroit and we're waiting for our connecting flight. And when we get on our plane, finally, because it was delayed, and we were concerned that we were gonna miss our other connecting flight, so we were running around making sure that we wouldn't miss that flight. There's so many connecting flights when you fly internationally. For my stars that travel all over the world, you know what I mean. And it's actually pretty common to see flight delays and to have missed luggage. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And you have to be mentally prepared for it and physically. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of walking and you have to be patient. You have to be rational and just really control your emotions because it can get overwhelming. So we got on the flight and when we were on that flight, everyone is getting on the plane. It's a huge plane and it took a while for people to get settled and the flight attendants were like, come on, like, have a seat. So once everyone gets settled, we hear a message on the intercom. So they said, that's a long flight. We're tired. We just did a 15-hour flight. So two things that could possibly happen. One, we could wait till the new pilots come in and they'll fly, or we can wait till all the pilots take a nap, wake up, and be ready to fly. So we were like, oh, wow. We only had one flight so far, and we're like, let's go. We're like ready to go. We're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. We can't wait around anymore. We're ready to go. And I'm like, can we just get further west? Can we get a flight to California? Like, it doesn't have to be that far. Can we change our flights? What's going on? So we heard on the announcement, because everyone's all over the place, everyone's scrambling. We heard on the announcement that we were going to get vouchers to stay at a hotel and vouchers for dinner. I looked at Nancy and I was like, do you want to do that? She was like, no, we did not want to stay. We were ready to go. So we were talking to different people. We decided the best option was to fly to California. So we ended up getting on a flight that took us to California. When we hopped on Korean Airways, that is when our luggage got lost because we never went to baggage claim to get our luggage to switch over to the new airline. It was so confusing. And at the time, we didn't know that. So we're just in California, in LA, and it's really late because by this time we're tired. So originally we were supposed to fly from Raleigh to Detroit, from Detroit to South Korea, from South Korea to the Philippines. So now we're at Raleigh to Detroit to California. From California, we flew to South Korea. And I was so thankful for that ride because by that time I was tired. I went to sleep, I woke up, I went to sleep, I woke up, and I was just relaxing that whole time. So that ride was smooth. And then once we got to Korea, they said there are no flights from Korea to the Philippines. So we have to fly to Japan and then fly to the Philippines. We passed Japan to get to Korea. I had packed all of my competition wear with me on my carry-on. So my evening gown, swimsuit they gave to us, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then I had my orientation outfit, my costume, my interview outfit, but I didn't have my shoes. But I had those outfits. I'm like, I can borrow shoes if anything. I at least have my outfits, right? And all of my other stuff, my accessories, my hair supplies was in the other bags. Finally in Japan was really cool. I want to go back there another time just to explore. And I became friends with Miss Summit Japan. She is super cool. I became really close with her before the competition. So now I know someone in Japan, and if I go to Japan, well, I will go to Japan, I can always link up with her. So we're in Japan. We flew backwards. And at this point, I was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna make my appearance, which really made me sad because I had met some great kids in the Philippines that was a part of an organization. And I wanted to meet them in person, and I came early so I can make that happen. But now with all the delays, I was no longer scheduled to get in on Saturday morning. I was scheduled to get there Saturday night. So my Saturday was gone. It's crazy how much time you lose when you're in the air that long. My Saturday was gone, so I couldn't make that appearance. So then from Japan, that's when we found out that our luggage was lost. It was gone. We don't know where it was. And the people in Japan were really friendly, letting us know that they're gonna try their best to bring us our luggage and get that all sorted out. So from Japan, we flew to the Philippines. Woo! We're finally in the Philippines, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're talking to the people there because we already know we don't have our luggage and what's going on. It's basically Sunday morning at this point, and then Monday is our competition. We don't have our gear. The life of a pageant queen, oh my gosh. It never is a dull moment, never. Like there's always something going on that keeps you on your toes. So we trying to figure that out. We had to fill out these reports. We hop in the taxi and we finally get to our destination, and I'm looking at the window. It's really dark outside, like just taking it all in. Like I'm really in the Philippines. Like cool. Like that kind of made me relax a little bit because I was at least here. Not with all my stuff, but I was here. Like I've arrived.